Hi, Mr. Jones. I'm Dr. Rebecca Fitzgerald. You can call me Rebecca. How would you like me to address you today?
Oh, please call me Harry.
Okay, Harry, great. Now, the nurse has said that you've been having some chest pain on and off. I was wondering if you could tell me about that.
Yes, I've been having these chest pains for sort of a month or so, but lately they've been, getting worse.
Okay, what else?
Well, I've noticed that when I sort of exert myself running, I feel a bit dizzy after a little while, and particularly if I run up a couple of flights of stairs.
Is there anything else?
Well, the other day I was sitting in the lounge chair and I stood up suddenly and I felt really dizzy then, terrible.
Okay, that's great information. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, well perhaps you can tell me a little bit more about the pain in your chest.
Well, it starts off down here and it comes up sometimes up to here. And I thought it was indigestion. I've been having that for a month or so, but this pain is quite different from the indigestion.
Indigestion. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Well, I had it a couple of years ago. I had it for a while, but it sort of went away. It didn't last.
Can I ask you as well, have you been having any problems with your bowels or your motions lately?
It's funny you should say that, because I've noticed that my motions have been quite black.
Right, look, I'd just like to go back to the chest pain. Can you tell me just a little bit more about, in terms of what it's like?
Well, it feels like a tightness, like a constriction, a grabbing type thing, it's, well, tight.
Okay, and you've never had that type of pain before?
Oh, no, not that one.
Okay, and you never had that investigated?
No, I didn't think it was worth it.
Look, I'd just like to change tack a little bit and find out a bit more about you. Can you tell me what you do in your leisure time?
Oh, play tennis. I play tennis once a week, and good. And my wife and I, we go out for walks for about an hour, about 2 to 3 times a week.
That's excellent. How about smoking?
Nah, never have, never will, hate the stuff, yuck.
Okay, alcohol?
Oh, I have the 2 or maybe 3 glasses of red wine a night, and they tell me that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 to 3 glasses, that's probably just fine. Look, can you tell me a little bit about your family history as well? Let's start with your parents.
Oh, well, my dad, he died at 54. He had a heart attack. And my mum, she died at 72, and that was a stroke and took her out.
Okay, I'm really sorry to hear that. Sounds like they were quite young.
Yeah, well, particularly with Dad, he was right there with it. I thought he just went suddenly and that was it. We thought he was quite well.
Harry, is this something that you're really thinking about now in terms of your chest pain?
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking it's my heart too.
Sure. Well, look, obviously I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I'm thinking that your heart may be involved. And what I'd really like to do is we need to do some tests in that before we can indicate, exactly what it is, how serious it is, all those kinds of things. Before we move on, I just want to ask, have you had any operations or any serious illnesses in the past?
No, just the usual, a couple of broken bones as a kid and the old football injury, but they don't give me any trouble, no problems there.
Okay, great. Well, look, I think that's enough of the story that we need for the moment. What I'd like to do is to do an examination, just have a look at you, and then I'd like you to come into the hospital to do some further investigations on kind of a semi-urgent basis.
Okay, it sounds fairly serious.
Yeah. Well, look, Harry, what I'm thinking at the moment, just to make sure we're on the same page, looks like your chest pain is probably due to angina, which means that there's just not enough oxygen getting to the muscles in your heart. And when you exercise, your body or your heart needs a lot more oxygen, which is why you find that you're getting the chest pain when you're exerting yourself. I think there's also probably a second problem. There's a chance you might have an ulcer in your stomach or somewhere just around there, and that's causing you to lose blood into your bowel. And that's why we're seeing that your motions are actually looking black. I think it's likely that you're also probably a bit anemic, which means that your blood isn't able to carry as much oxygen as it needs to, so that won't be helping the angina either.
Ooh, yep, I see. It does sound serious.
Yeah, it is serious, but it should be very easily treated, so I don't want you to worry too much about it at the moment, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, Harry, I'd like to have a look at you, so if you come this way, just this way for me.